harmonize with you.
It's okay.
Whatever.
Let me do it again.
Crazy.
Hello.
We are back. Welcome back to a new episode of 2 Cents. I'm Daniela.
I'm Lili.
And today we're just crazy. I actually just took an exam with my friends, and
How was that?
I think it went okay.
With your friends, y'all are
I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. In separate rooms,
all
together.
Wait, should I restate that? I'll just say it. Okay. I just got back from an exam.
A study session,
and
if you will.
Yeah, I think it went well.
What was it for? The fuck ass neuroscience class?
Yeah.
Fuck that fucking class.
Literally. But it didn't drain me as expected because vibes.
Oh, that's why you were all the way over there?
Yeah.
This bitch was in the bumfuck middle of nowhere. I was like, did she get kidnapped?
Help! No, yeah, but why am I stuttering? Like, I literally...
You're scared.
I'm just, like, nervous. What the hell? No, but today we are gathered for another episode, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's what
Please
we're doing
excuse
here.
my dear Aunt Sally. Please excuse my dear ass fucking mountain on my forehead.
Stop.
Sorry. I don't know if it's going to be noticeable on camera or shiny. Yeah, put pimple ointment on.
Honestly,
Don't judge me.
I'm noticing something. I'm noticing that the second school ends, my skin clears up. I begin to
bitch, because that's your
like,
stressor as fuck.
hello. Yeah. And
I was going to say something, but I can't say that.
What were you going to say? She's crazy. No, but I remember, like, maybe 2 years ago, my skin was, like, looking a little rough. And the second school ended and I got home, within, like, the next 2 or 3 days, my skin literally started healing.
My skin's been kind of
Mentally, I
better
did
recently.
too. Right.
Yeah. So I agree.
Yes.
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 Well, yes.
But today, guys, I don't think we have any trending topics. I've noticed that we haven't really talked about anything in pop culture,
Anything
period, but like anything in, like,
because
culture.
literally nothing matters. Actually, the only thing that's in my head is dream guest on my podcast.
Who is that?
Jojo Siwa.
Oh.
Dream guest on my podcast? Let's spice things up a little bit. One of my exes.
She vapes for sure.
She does something. Crack,
Yeah.
probably.
Right.
She's dressing
and she's
like Guy
in her
Fieri.
bag, so I can't even hate her. Like, I really can't. She's in her bag.
She knows what she's doing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it's just like a bit much.
But there was something. Oh yeah, guys, this is so bad.
There was something.
Guys. Yeah, we haven't been covering, like, trending topics because I feel like everything has kind of been covered. Not covered, but nothing's been going on in the media. Actually, I'm lying. Trending topic is that Timothy and Kylie are rumored to be expecting a child.
Okay, I literally just saw US Weekly right now posted they are not expecting their first baby together, despite unfounded claims to be the contrary.
Never mind, guys. This is why we're never doing this ever. I love it because everybody was like, who's gonna tell Club Chalamet about
Dude, that's
this?
what I'm saying. Club Chalamet right now is this meme of Florence Pugh.
But okay, now I can't really talk about that, even though I thought they were expecting.
But, like, what do you think that child would be, like, brought up on? Because her first two children are from Travis Scott.
Right.
And he's, like, crazy, famous, like, touring, like, toxic lifestyle, probably.
Yeah.
And Timothy Chalamet is just this little-ass white boy.
Somebody was like, I feel so bad for him. He's too little to have a baby.
He is. He should be with me.
Right. No, I was literally going to say that. I was like, no, he can't be having a baby with Kylie because
No.
Lily is next up.
I should have been the first, which is so rude.
Yeah.
He's like my Capricorn man of my dreams.
Well, like, you were taken then, but, like, now it's, like, an option, you know?
Yes.
Like, yes.
I was like, I didn't think you would, like, say that, but yes.
Timothy, hit me up.
Harry, you're coming out of hiding. Get off that golf course and come onto my course.
Oh, right.
Also,
right.
Dev Patel, if you are watching this, please give me a chance.
Oh, he's for sure watching this. Don't even question it.
Please give me a chance. I love that man down.
But I guess I was going to say that's a disappointing thing, but now it's exciting because it's...
now we all have a chance, guys.
Now we all have a chance. Now we are so back. But speaking, I guess, of, like, emotional things, I've been semi-emotional because my graduation's coming up, and I don't know why. I've been like very nostalgic about it, and even today, like my mom walked in, and it kind of segues around what we wanted to talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in my room, I was doing my makeup, whatever, and she like came in and she was like, "What's wrong? Like, ¿quieres llorar? Like, what's going on?"
Low key, like Mexican parents, they're like, "Te lo veo en tu rostro."
No, my mom was like,
yeah.
I know my daughter. Like, I feel
Right,
it. I know
right,
it. And I was like,
right.
right. Like, how good do you know me? Because I'm just kidding. No, but she was like questioning me, and it actually like triggered me into like crying because I was like, why am I crying? Like,
It's a lot. It's overwhelming.
right. But it was like, like just girly things. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
why I'm crying, so I have to cry about that now.
Yeah.
And so I think I've just been like honestly overwhelmed. It's been a crazy ass week. And so that's, I guess, has been inspiring Lily and I to talk about it.
Yeah.
Just like some things that we have gone through growing up.
Yeah.
Mexican.
Just the Mexican child experience.
Right.
I feel like I also have the same kind of thing, but like if I'm literally just sitting there, man, it's like, what's wrong? Something's wrong. Tell me, right?
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes.
I can see it in your soul. I'm like, what? I'm literally fine.
I think, I don't know what it is, but like when I sit in silence too, my parents are always like, what's wrong? Like, what are you up to? What's going on? Like, what's on your mind?
When something actually is wrong,
Crickets, silence,
crickets.
home remedy.
I was like having an existential crisis last night, and I was just like,
Quiere llorar.
Quiere llorar.
And so I guess that's like the first one. We have a list of things that we want to like cover that Lily went ahead and like
Yes.
made for us. I kept seeing like Lily edited, and I was like, what are
you're
you
like, damn,
doing right
bitch, shut the
now?"
hell up.
No,
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Mexican experience.
Yes.
And it's probably just any ethnic child experience, but it's like specifically targeted for Mexican because
that's
we are
what we
Mexican.
are.
And it's low-key traumatizing. The first
Yes.
thing that Daniela even said was quiere llorar, which is something that people say to embarrass children when
Yes.
they're getting
Yes.
emotional and like overwhelmed.
Yes.
Like you're on the verge of tears and someone's like, they want to cry. So that makes you fucking cry, but then everyone laughs at you. So like the lack of like emotional empathy
yes.
in
Honestly,
the Mexican culture
don't know.
growing up is so fucking toxic.
I don't know if it's like reverse psychology in a way, because every time I'm in that situation, or like when I was in that situation, it would be like I would no longer focus on what's going on, and now my goal in that moment is to not cry because they're like,
Dude.
quiere llorar,
I'd
and
be
I'm like,
no.
no, I'm not.
I would cry. I would cry.
No, it like makes you cry
because
more.
I'm gonna kill the fucking vibe because you're being mean to me.
You're like, oh, you want to talk? Let me kill the vibe
Oh
real quick.
yeah.
And so I remember so many times, I mean, like, even, like, my mom or parents, whatever, like, pinching me in the store.
I know.
And then they'd be like, quiere llorar. Or even, like, in general, just getting teased and, quote-unquote, bullied by my family members.
Yeah,
Like,
as fuck.
I'd be like, no, I don't want to cry.
Like at birthday parties, I never had a birthday where I didn't cry.
Right. And that's, like, another thing. Did you ever get your face pushed into a cake?
I absolutely didn't. I have a picture of me crying when I was 6 years old. I don't know if I'm gonna find it. I'll put it in.
Yeah.
This is so embarrassing. I had a Hello Kitty themed birthday party,
Yeah.
but it was a Care Bear cake.
Yeah.
And I made this disgusted ass face. I have that picture of me
Yeah.
making that face too, which
Yeah.
is so funny. And then they shoved my fucking face into the cake and I was crying. I didn't want a Care Bear cake,
Yeah.
number one. Thank you to my sister for getting that. I remember them telling me that she got me that.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just wanted to blow out my candles and have a good birthday at the park.
Right.
And you shove my fucking face into the cake. So now not only is like a fourth of the cake destroyed because you want my mocos in there.
Yeah.
Now I'm crying in my own birthday party. That's mean. That's mean.
I mean, I feel like I have pictures of my face being smashed into a cake, but I genuinely, like, I dared people to try, my family to try me. Like, I was always, like, about to do, and then I'd look back and I'd be like, what? Like,
I
what
saw a
do you-
video of this guy holding a knife going.
Well, like, I've seen, it's such a dangerous thing, too, because I've
Dude,
seen
you can
the
like
videos.
dislocate someone's fucking nose or
No,
something.
that, and also I've seen, like, so many videos where, like, they push the cake and they end up slamming their face into the table. Like, it's just crazy. But I
Like,
don't
why
think
is that
it
a
was,
thing?
I never liked it, like, to be done on me, but it was, like, funny to witness that because,
I didn't like
but then again, at the same time, like, I would always, like, try to avoid eating that cake because I'm like, damn, like, their face just got
like ew,
all
and
up
also
in
your
that.
hair.
Yeah.
So I think we should like abolish una mordida.
Right. Oh,
I don't like.
mordida.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't. That's nasty. How about you cut me a fucking piece and then you can shove my face into the piece?
There you go. That's
Tiny
a
ass
life hack.
piece.
Who came up with that, by the way?
I don't like
don't
that.
know.
I think like Mexican culture, Latino culture, Hispanic culture, it's just everyone just fucking bullies each other. I feel like
it's tough love.
it
It's
is tough love as fuck.
Yes.
Like all of the nicknames you get
Mhm.
growing up, anything is always like it's considered bullying.
No, it is. Like my.
Like why is my
I'm not gonna share
even
mine.
now my brother's nickname is still Gordo.
Yeah, like they would call me
That's
that
fucked.
gorda, gordita.
I don't like that.
And it's like, damn, maybe I am Chubs. Like, who?
Okay, but like you don't have to call it out. Like you're my
Like, I know.
family.
And I remember, yeah, I can't like name drop people, but there were, yeah, like that's. I'm just gonna overall like reiterate what you just said of like, yeah,
Yeah.
the nicknames literally are
they're like too
based
much.
on like your flaws,
yeah.
quote unquote flaws. Like I don't know how-
Chimuela.
they're- which means like missing teeth,
Yeah.
basically. I just got like the urge to sit crisscross applesauce, but
Oh my god, it smells
Anyways.
good.
that smell.
The
Yeah.
monomer. Is that monomer?
Wow, I don't know.
I don't know. It just smells like nail salon.
I was gonna say
I
what.
love that smell. Okay. I hate the nicknames are over the top. They're
Yes.
fucked up. They're
Yes.
like, oh, you're insecure. I'm gonna call it the fuck out.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, you're too sensitive. It's like, no, you're just fucking mean. Like you're literally mean.
I guess like related to food too. Putting chile with everything, all of your food.
Everything.
Spicy. And I struggle. First of all, I'm pretty sure I have like undiagnosed IBS. So eating anything spicy, especially like hot Cheetos, Red 40, whatever. My stomach has never been built for that. Like
no iron stomach here. Like Taco Bell does nothing to me, but I can't handle like actual chile because I have acid reflux and I will.
Yeah. No, like
shit
I don't
myself
know
and
what
throw
it
up.
is, but oh shit, I'm about to burp.
About
Literally,
to
see, like
bust.
like right before this, I was eating some like chili oil, salsa, whatever, and I already feel it brewing. Like it's
Yeah.
already irritating
Oh,
my
that's
stomach.
just heartworm.
And
Maybe.
I feel like my family has always considered me weak, but I just can't handle it.
My mom, dude. What the fuck? She's putting chiles in the beans now. I was like, bro,
Oh,
chill.
wait.
I was
The
like, why is
flavor.
this?
Why is it spicy?
And she's like, nomás le puse un chile, no lo abrí. I didn't put
Yeah.
the seeds in it. I'm like, you put the whole chile in there. And
Yeah.
I grabbed it. It was like the
Yeah.
little red crimpled up ones. And I was like,
Yes.
hello, why are you switching up now? I
Red
can't have that. You know I
crumple.
can't have that.
Yeah, like no matter what, like whatever my family makes, they're always like, oh, but is there a chile? Like, can
As
you go
fuck.
get
My
me one?"
dad.
And I remember my dad, he always tells the story of me being a little kid, and I just kept kind of like, I was being annoying. Like I kept asking them, like,
You were bugging.
yeah,
Ah,
can I have
can
a
I
piece
try?
of your, yeah, can I have a piece of your food? Can I have,
Si pica, si pica.
And my dad, like, I guess just got tired of my ass, grabbed the chile and like let me try it, and obviously it was spicy, and I started like
Bruh.
freaking out. That's probably why I subconsciously don't eat chile. No, I'm just
No.
kidding, but it's just like crazy that I don't know. I've grown up around a bunch of like spicy foods, but I don't have the stomach for it,
I don't have the stomach for it either.
and
I'm weak. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna eat chile. Having to do with chile too, just about food. This is not something that like we grew up experiencing, but it's just something that I noticed and I told Daniela.
What?
Like all Mexican food, low key, is the same 3 colors, and it's the colors of the bandera,
Right.
or 4 colors.
Yeah.
It's always like red, white, green, and brown.
Period.
You're eating
You said
something
that and
red, white.
you
I'm eating sopes.
Mhm.
I'm eating pico with nopal.
Mhm.
Everything is like red, white, green, brown. If you pay attention, everything's the flag colors.
I'm noticing that.
I'm noticing that. Maybe I'm still
noticing
high. From like 2 weeks ago.
You're just having like revelations constantly.
No, literally, I was like fucking tweaking last night.
What's it called? You put down always complaining at restaurants.
Nothing will ever be good enough for an immigrant parent.
Yeah.
So when you go out to restaurants, they don't like what they're ordering. They don't like what's on the menu. They don't
You're
even
right.
like to go
You're right.
outside. And they're like, I could have made this at home. How much is you paying for that? It's all right. And they finish the whole plate. You're like, you're paying, this is what you eat every time you come here? I'm like,
No, you're right, because I have noticed like with my parents, no matter what, like, we go out to eat in the moment, oh, it's kind of good, whatever, like, oh, I could have maybe done it better at home. And then we're at home, my mom makes something, and then she'll be like, just home cooked food just will never compare to, like, restaurant
It's
food.
true, but it's just
Or
funny.
restaurant food will never compare to
Because it's like,
food.
girl, we're out.
Yeah, and
Enjoy
I'm like,
it. And she's like,
you're acting.
I don't like this. And you eat the whole thing.
She just like me for real.
She's just like,
No, but it's sometimes it is true though. Like the whole saying of "hay comida en la casa," like
That's
there's
fuck.
food at home. Yes,
hay
there
frijoles
is.
en la casa.
Period.
And
I
guess
just had
what?
some
I'm going
right
to eat
now.
white rice with it. What is it called? Morisqueta?
I don't know,
Moris-
but like it is a thing because my mom always eats with that one thing of saying
Morisqueta.
there's food at home. She's right. I just don't.
Look.
I don't look.
But like, damn, I gotta eat beans every day. When I was honestly growing up when I was little, I was really ungrateful. And I was like, damn, bitch, carne asada and fucking beans every day. Now I'm like, I appreciate it. I love it. Past pico.
Period. Then we have here, dad's getting mad when you don't fill a cup up, and it's like anxiety inducing. Now,
For
what
me,
we mean by that?
it was my sister.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was
'Cause
she?
she was a fucking bully when I was little. No, it's okay. It's like they ask you to get them a cup of soda, juice, water, and if you don't fill it to the fucking brim, they're gonna start roasting the fuck out of you. Did they charge you for this? Did they sell it to you? Did you get thirsty on the way?
I should have just done it myself. What is this?
Okay, so then get up.
Yeah.
It's just always funny. And I don't remember the exact thing my sister would tell me every time, but
Yeah.
basically along the lines of like, damn, bitch, like, did you get charged? Are you, like, is it out of your pocket?
I think that was like the first time I started experiencing anxiety. Like every single time my dad would like ask me for a cup of soda or whatever it was that he wanted to drink. And if I failed and I didn't fill it up all the way, it was like the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like I literally was a flop in that moment.
Like you're a disappointment as fuck. Like why isn't my cup full? I'm like,
yes.
'Cause I'm like 4 years old. No, I was like literally 10.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to like drop it while I'm walking. They're like, well, do you have fucking like fat ass
Are you
feet like a
dumb?
duck?
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna drop it. I don't know.
And that's like something that I like will always vividly remember. Just my dad like not yelling, but I guess being like passive aggressive of like,
Frustrated, yeah.
you know, like why didn't you fill it up all the way? Like you said, like are they charging you or something? And sometimes I would genuinely think he was like asking me a question, but he was just like roasting my ass, and I would just be like, oh, okay, like let me just go open another can then of soda and like help you. But you said weird ass names for everything.
/ sayings when people answer the phone.
Yes.
And I think this is probably just like their inside jokes with each other, because like my dad will like talk to his friends from TJ or his brothers, and he'll answer the phone.
Yeah.
And if so, instead of being like, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
He'll be like, ¿Qué Honda Civic? ¿Qué Honda sigue? But
Yeah.
what Honda Civic?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
that? He has so many other ones. I don't even remember. That's the most iconic one.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it stuck to me.
Ours are like, hey sister.
Hey, sister. My sister over here texting me, ¿Qué pitos tocas? Like, whoa.
What the fuck?
Basically telling me, like, what's up? But that means, like, what dicks are you touching? I'm like,
yeah.
none.
None. I'm allergic.
Yeah, I guess like my mom, I don't know how
weird
popular it
sayings.
was, but sayings in the category of like speaking Spanish or the language itself, they would speak in the letter F. So
Enefres.
yes.
Y
So
fili, fili, lafa, nafa. I think
there
that
you
was
go.
my
Do you know
name.
how to do it?
No, I just know how to do
Oh
my
yeah.
name.
So that.
Fili, fili,
And my
fili,
mom,
lafa.
I don't know if it was like taught. My mom genuinely just says that it was like something her and her friends like picked up on,
It's
and
like
it
a
was
code
like a code.
language, yeah.
Yeah, to like, you know, not let parents understand what they're or what they were saying, whatever. And I think that that's like so. I wish I like picked up on it, because I would always try to tell my mom like, how do I say this? But I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I just remember my sister like talking like that,
Yeah.
and I was like staring at her trying to decipher what she was saying. I recognized my name whenever she would talk about me, and I'd be like
You're right,
I was like,
right.
trying to figure it out, and I'm like, what is this? What is this?
But yeah, there's like so many. I guess yeah. I feel like in our culture, there's a lot of nicknames per se with a lot
Yeah.
of things, like in general, like
Yeah,
even
especially
like
the bullying
sayings.
ones.
Sayings are a big thing,
Yeah.
and
It's
I don't know
well,
how to
slap my
ever-
ass and call me Greg. Who the fuck is Greg? You know?
Yeah, like I guess I get it like falls into that category of like figurative language, I guess per se, because there's like so many
Perchance.
sayings that my mom will say all the time, and for some reason I can't think of one right now, of course, because I'm on the spot, and I'm like, what the hell are you even saying?
I'm like, what? She's like, you never heard that?
Yeah,
I'm like, no.
no. Like my mom says like le pones mucha crema a los tacos.
Ah,
And it
my dad says that.
Translated, it means you're putting too much like sour cream, I guess, on your tacos, whatever. But
Which means that you're basically doing too fucking
Yeah.
much.
yeah,
Like,
but it's like, what the hell do
"Ay, le
tacos
ponen
do?
crema a los
Yeah.
tacos." I'm like, damn, they hella are putting
Yes.
way too much fucking cream on those damn tacos. Like, hello?
I mean, Lily, you kind of doing a little too much with that sour cream.
I'm like, fuck.
But like things like that, and I'm always sometimes I like look at my mom and I'm like, what does that one mean? Like, I don't know.
I want to look some up now, dude. I'm like blanking.
I know, and I think that's just like, I don't know how to go about that. I'm like blanking right now.
Oh, well, just like even like stupid words, not stupid, just
Yeah.
words that like do not translate well.
Yeah.
Aguas,
Oh
which
yeah.
is watch out, but it
Yes.
just means waters
Yes.
in English.
I was thinking about that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what does aguas mean?
Padre, que padre,
Yeah.
which means like that's cool, but padre means dad.
yeah.
So, oh, how dad? What?
What?
I don't know. Some of these porfis, which is just short for por
Oh yeah,
favor.
well, because in Spanish there's like different, I don't want to say dialect, but I guess different, I'm just going to say dialect. Like obviously there's variants of Spanish. Like there's people that speak it very formal, very
Yeah.
proper, and then there's some that speak it very valley girl, and we call them niñas fresas.
Yeah. There's even sayings like me cae gorda.
And that
Which
translated literally
means-
just means like,
She falls fat to me, which means like it doesn't mean anything in English.
No,
but, like,
it doesn't.
It's like I don't get along with her. Like she doesn't like I don't fuck with her.
Yeah,
Me cae
exactly.
gorda. Like she's like ugh. Like
yeah,
I don't
like
fuck
you're
with her.
too much.
Yeah. Which is fucked up. The other one was se cagó. Basically means they shit their pants, but it means like damn they fucked up. You know,
It's
se
so-
cagó.
It's so funny, but it's crazier because I feel like in Spain they're a lot more vulgar with their
Oh,
words.
yeah.
Like extremely, like any word that's like, I don't know how to, they use a lot more of like an anatomy terms like ball, etc.
Cojones.
Exactly. So
yeah,
it's like
aquí
crazy.
dice fresa, which means strawberry,
Yeah.
but it means posh.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
It's just so funny. Some of these are like really. I'm trying to like look at the ones that like mean something else.
No, you're good. But like, I think just in general, I have learned, I guess, a lot of crazy sayings like that from my parents growing
Yeah.
up. And it's funny because I never have really put the thought of like translating it into English. But like, I always try to explain it to my friends like, oh, it's because like there's just like sayings in Spanish that don't make sense. Obviously, like the ones we just listed in English.
Como decir al jale, which means to pull,
Yeah.
but people say that like talking about going to work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Voy a ir al jale. Yeah, like
Voy al jale.
pick up.
You're going to the fucking pole? What are you pulling? Hello? What job do you have
Yeah.
exactly?
And so,
What do you
and luckily, I mean, I have learned a lot, and I have yet to, I mean, teach. I worry about my parents in the sense of scamming.
Yeah.
There's like so much, especially with LFA book. There's been a lot of their friends that have fallen into the traps of getting hacked and this and that. Like, no, you are not winning a house by clicking on this link. And so I'm always like constantly on edge about that with my parents. I'm like, do not click these links. Like, don't ever try to purchase something through Facebook, like, etc.
The amount of times I've had to like go through my mom's emails and
Mhm.
like tell her what to click. She's like, I don't have a UPS package coming in. I'm like, don't click that.
Yeah. And so Lily wrote this down, like the scam calls that they believe.
Yeah.
Have your parents ever fallen in that
Yes, and I kind of don't want to share the story because it is a little bit traumatizing and it was really scary. But I do remember a specific time we got a call and we genuinely thought that we were gonna like die.
Oh my god.
Not die, but like we were like, oh, we're fucked.
Yeah. Period.
Nos cagamos.
Me. Period. No, I don't think my parents have fallen into a scam that I know of because I feel like my dad has always been very like alert. If anything, my dad's the one telling me like, do not answer that.
They haven't fallen for them, but they're like,
yeah. Well, especially like the car insurance one or whatever.
my mom is like, I don't have a fucking car, and she'll like, she'll hang up on them.
No, because I remember like one time I think I obviously got one of those calls and I told my dad, why do I keep getting a call about car insurance and I don't have that? And he was like, don't ever answer that. That's a scam. Like, please do not be stupid. And I was like, okay. He was like, do you have a car? And I was like, no. He's like, so then what do you think?
Yeah.
That is?
Yeah, literally.
Okay. And that's, I guess, an example as well of how tough love works, I guess, in Mexico.
Just making you feel stupid.
Yeah.
I love that.
But one thing they will believe in is superstitions. And I feel like my family has always had superstitions, even though we don't strongly believe in them. But my mom, you know, she has her sayings and stuff. And the superstition of like, I don't know how strongly of a superstition this would be, but like, oh, don't walk around barefoot when it's cold because you're going to get sick.
Anytime I get sick, my mom blames it on the fact that I was walking around barefoot.
Yeah.
anytime I do, she's like, where are your Crocs? You need to wear your Crocs, you're gonna get sick.
Yeah. And like one time my mom,
I'm like, these white people don't wear shoes except like, you know what I mean, like they don't fucking get sick.
Oh my god, side topic of, I've seen one too many people barefoot shopping at my store. Please stop.
Bye. Oh, they're gonna get sick. They're gonna catch some more diseases.
I remember like my mom one time, I was just a bad kid, period. And I would always like make faces, I guess. And my mom would say like, she would be like, okay, like wait until you get some breeze that hits your face. Your face is gonna get frozen like that.
What?
Yeah. She would
some
say,
breeze.
Like if once the wind hits your face, she's like, your face is gonna stay stuck like that. And
I just heard that stop doing that face because it's gonna get stuck like that. I never heard about the wind.
No, my mom would always say that. Yeah. And then she would
she's
always say,
speaking in like a poem or some shit.
And then one time I don't know what I did. Like, I think I would just like mimic hitting her, which sounds really bad as a kid. Like, I never hit my mom. I need to clarify that. But like, I would just like jokingly be like, I don't know what I would do. And so she would be like, your hand is going to get frozen or is going to dry up like that. You're never going to be able to put it down.
She's wishing death upon your fucking limbs.
And so, I don't know. My family has like always just said that sort of thing. And then of course, I don't know if this would be a superstition or like home remedy, but rubbing an egg on your body. Egg cleanse. That's more like witchcraft. Sorry. No, but like I never did that.
No.
I know my grandma rest in peace, Grammy, she would like do that sort of thing, like, you know, because it's like more of an old
wives.
What? I don't
know. It's just old.
Yeah. And so it's just like funny, I guess, to, but you know what, maybe like my mom was right, like maybe I did get sick because I was, and sometimes I try to tell my friends that like, like,
what are you talking about? They're like, that's like, not a thing.
No, because my mom's always like, don't let the cold wind hit your back.
That, and do not walk outside. Don't get outside. Like, if you shower, make sure your hair is dry before you go outside. Because if that wind hits your fucking head, you're going to get a head cold and you're going to die.
And so I remember like my mom, and you know what? Maybe they are right, because I have injuries, and every time it's cold and I don't properly like cover myself up or whatever, I start getting a back pain. I start getting my knees, my joints start hurting.
Daniela, you got fucking ran over. It's not a superstition. This bitch got fucking, her back got broken.
Prior to this incident, like
no girl, that shit is broken.
Yes. Well, yes. Well, now I have to cover up even more. So my mom's right. Like, hello.
Or you put
that being the remedy for everything.
That shit does work.
You put it on your chest or what?
Put it on my chest, under my nose.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I've never believed in that, like, well, because I never really use it.
When you have a cold?
Yeah.
Oh,
My mom would always just be like, put it in your nose, and obviously that's what I would put it.
But she'll put it on me, and she's like, "Don't touch it, let it penetrate." I fucking hate that word. She's like, "Let it
Brandon
penetrate."
hates that word too.
I don't like it.
I'm like,
I'm not letting this fucking thing.
I never used it or have used it like that to like as a cure. Like I've always just used it on my nose. I've never put it on my chest, nothing like that. So I think I'm just very whitewashed.
Vaporub and té de hierbabuena.
Mm-hmm. I told my mom I wasn't feeling good. She's like, just drink a tea.
Yeah, solution.
Yeah, just home remedies.
The thing going around during COVID time, the Mexican soup that had like onion, cinnamon, a whole bunch of like oranges, a bunch of shit in it. That shit worked. I heard. I don't know. When I had COVID, I did not try that though.
No, and speaking of like home remedies, I guess just immigrant parents don't believe in outside resources as well.
They don't work. The outside resources don't really work.
And I walked into the room the other day with my mom, and I love my mom, so no one come at her, but I told her, I was like, Mom, I think I need therapy. And she was like, I think you just need to drink a tea and calm down, basically. And she was so right, because I just saved myself $150. No, but it's just like funny because I'm not the only one who has experienced that, like I guess being dismissed on like what is it, mental health things.
Yeah,
I know a lot of my friends go through that too, where their parents are just like,
they're like,
like whatever, just tough it out, you know. And then it turns into like when I was your age, I went through a lot worse. So it's kind of like,
when I was your age, I had to walk 14 miles over the mountains to the next school bus to go to fucking school.
No, because my mom ate with that because we went back home and she.
I was like, girl, didn't you go to fucking high school in LA?
What hills are you going through?
Hello.
Oh, the weekend,
Didn't
the hills.
Ew. I only got you when it's half
best vibe. And so, I got to kind of see, like, everything my mom walked. Well, my mom was, like, where we are standing right now, I still had to go behind that mountain to get to my school. And my cousins were around. They were like, yeah, her school's, like, way over there. And I was like, damn, dude, she got me. Because my mom was always saying, like, you guys are lucky that I'm driving you guys to school, you know? Like, I never had this. Like, my parents never drove me to school.
Oh, that's why they probably never drove me to school.
They're like, oh, they didn't know how to drive or whatever. Like, I was always having to walk. And so now I can believe her, because I was always like, no, you're lying. Like, your school was probably down the street, whatever.
No, my mom grew up half over here, so.
Yeah, well, that's my dad. Like, you know, so I'm pretty sure that's why a lot of.
Girl, you lived in Southgate. Come on
now. The next thing, it might be more of a universal experience, but for sure something that I feel like children of immigrant parents have to undergo a lot is password memorization, and filling out documents.
Oh,
and just
me filling out my own FAFSA made me want to jump off a cliff.
Oh my god! Well, the first time I ever had to do it, first gen here, quite frankly took me like 3 days because it was so complicated. I don't know what any of these words mean, and also I have the pressure of like, dude, if I mess any of this information up, the IRS is gonna come after me. Yeah,
I'm like, what do you mean how much? I don't know. I'm poor. Like, that's all you need to know. My mom's like, I need to get my tax information. I'm like, do you have that? Like, do you do? She's like, yes, we do our I don't know where it is. I'm like, fuck.
I remember like when I was doing that, I simply didn't know where to even start, and I had to like call FAFSA a bunch of times too because there was like an issue going on, and I didn't know how to solve it, and it was just so stressful compared to now. FAFSA now is like a breeze. Like, it's so easy, so straightforward, because before they would ask you like a million questions.
It's because you renew it.
Maybe.
So that's probably why.
No, but even then I had to do it for my sister, and it was like a lot easier than when I had to do it, because it was like, oh, what's your DNA coding? Like, oh, what size shoe are you?
What chromosomes were you born with?
Yeah.
And also, what's your dog's left thumbprint look like?
So now FAFSA is just like, oh, like, what's your income, gender, whatever. So straightforward, but it always stresses me out, and I don't know why it pisses me off sometimes because I'll be out and about and I'll get a text like, hey, do you remember the password to my this account? And I'm like, I was right there with you making that account, but that doesn't mean I have recollection of it. And they just like, well, why weren't you paying attention? Like, blah, blah. And it's like,
Oh my,
well,
it's your
damn.
password. I have my mom's email signed into my laptop just so that I can just always have access to it, because I have to reset her password every single fucking time we need to like pay a bill or like, you know, see if she has coupons available or something, you know?
And no, I like just learned that now, like to just have it
on
their
hand,
account on deck. Yeah, because I'm like, whatever, because like even the other day my dad was like, can you help me with transferring these tickets over to this account, whatever, my phone. And I was like, sure, just did it on my phone.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they're like, how did you? And I'm like, don't worry about it,
just know it's done.
Don't worry about it.
Because I was like, why am I making my life harder asking her password? She doesn't know her password. So honestly, it is my responsibility to fucking know now.
Yeah. And I don't know why they get so mad at me for not remembering their passwords. And I even remember, like, kind of in the same realm, whatever, like when filling out their paperwork too, they would like get mad at me. What do you mean you don't know what this word means? Like, boy, I don't even know where I'm living right now. Like, what's the address?
I'm 9 years old.
I'm 11, so shut the fuck up. No, but thankfully, I mean, like, with super duper important documents, like my mom obviously like wouldn't ask me much about that, but there were times where she'd be like, what does this word mean? I'm like, dude, I don't have a Harry Potter reading level right now. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't know.
My mom confirming and then also like saying that it was actually elementary school.
Wow, you're so smart. I know I was a bookworm too. Like, you're not special. Like,
we be reading this shit. We be reading those FAFSA documents.
Yeah, I'm like, everything up until this has prepared me up until this point right here. Reading all those documents was crazy. And I remember when I started seeing those memes on Facebook of like, damn, parents would get mad at you for like not knowing how to spell or whatever on their documents. And it was like,
I'm like, I'm not alone.
I'd be like, that is so true. Like, I never thought about it that way of like my parents like truly getting upset that I didn't know what the document was saying sometimes. But
and we're not complaining. It's funny.
Not. It's funny,
guys.
now.
This podcast is just silly, funny, clean girls. Please.
We're just drama dumping right now. No, but if anything, like my mom, because she didn't know how to properly read English nor speak it at the time, but my dad knew how to do both. So she would always be like, I'll just wait till your dad gets home. Like, yeah. I'm like, 5. Please leave me alone.
My mom would say that to me too. She's like, you have to wait till your dad gets home. I don't know any of that.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you got lucky with this one.
Which he couldn't, you know.
Yeah.
We just had to wait for him for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I would be like, oh, she'd be like, oh, your dad can do that. And I'd be like, okay. And then my dad would get home.
And he's like, ¿qué? And I'm like, I don't know how to say it in Spanish. Necesito papeles de los taxes.
Yeah. Well, like in, I was talking about that with my manager the other day because I had to translate and I don't know what it is, but every time I have to speak Spanish with people, I always panic. Like, and I feel like because I don't know if the words I'm saying are like slang or proper.
Yeah.
So as I'm speaking to these customers or whatever, I was like kind of stuttering and they would kind of finish the sentence and I felt like, I was like, wow, I'm a disappointment right now. Like, I swear to God, I know how to speak Spanish, but I feel like I'm being judged and I'm panicking.
I get made fun of like that at my job work too, because a lot of security guards are Mexican too. So like, we'll just speak Spanish to each other. And then when they're fucking lingering and I'm talking to the customers and they're like, damn, you're hella pocha. I'm like, shut the fuck up. They understood me. Like, and they appreciate me trying, bitch.
Yes. Well, I think it's more of that anxiety for me of not saying the right thing or sounding stupid. Yeah. And as I'm translating, I'm like also processing at the same time, like, was that even the right pronunciation?
And I'm also trying to be charming
word?
And customer service like in Spanish.
There's just like so much baggage.
Sí, te puedo mandar a la oficina.
Wow. Biblioteca.
No te puedo ayudar aquí, pero si vas a la oficina, ellos te pueden ayudar. Gracias.
Wow. Them like, how are you doing today? You, la oficina.
La oficina. Me no, thank you.
No, thank you. But I found myself like simultaneously freaking out about what I was translating, because in my head I'm like saying it in English and Spanish and also translating, and then I'm like, what, did I say that right? Did I not say that? Like, I'm still stuck up on
honestly, automatically, if you're bilingual, you're smart. You're smarter than you know.
I knew that. Like,
well, yeah.
I'm just kidding. But
this bitch gonna graduate college.
No,
I was telling that.
What?
Oh my God.
She tried to kill me.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I was telling this bitch, I'm like, damn, you really gonna graduate from college? That's crazy.
Hello, first generation. All
Period.
these traumas led me to this moment.
Literally.
No, and what was it? Oh, the one word that I don't know if I said right, and it's kept me up now. To the guests, the customers that I like recently translated to was, they asked me like, oh, what's the difference between this TV and this TV? And I said, is it cualidad or calidad? The quality of this TV is better than the other.
Calidad.
I think I said that. And I was just
I would just be like,
"This
esta es
is-"
4K.
I was just like, oh, this one was kind of. And they were just kind of like, oh, like, yeah, like. But there's just words that I don't. And then obviously, like, in Spanish, you have to address older people with, like, usted form. Like, how are you? Obviously, in English, it's like, how are you doing? Like, there's no proper way, I guess, to address, like, an older population. And so I always freak out about that too, because one time I got clocked for telling an older woman.
You got clocked for that?
For telling an older woman, like, oh, how are you doing? But in Spanish, I just said, like, cómo estás tú, or something.
Mhm.
And I said tú. And that was like, they were like, oh,
That's the end of
like,
the
you
fucking
have to
world.
say usted or whatever. And I was
You're
like,
like, but did you
I was
understand
like, I swear to
me?
God, I knew that, but I was just freaking out, and now I'm here, and I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah.
I'll do that when I'm fucking up. I'll do that on accident. And then I correct myself, and they're like,
And I think that's where I freak out, because sometimes I don't know if people are going to get upset if I don't address them properly by age question mark. Like, oh, usted,
like,
tú.
just formal.
Yeah. And I would just try to keep
That's
it
why I try to, like, ignore, like, not say those words. And I'm just like, oh, puede ir
me.
a la oficina. No,
how'd
usted
you?
puede ir, you know?
Yeah.
I be knowing the cheat codes and shit.
Oh, hello. Also, I guess, like, greeting people, this might be one of the final topics. You said in the notes we don't hug, but I immediately thought about how you have to, like, kiss everyone's cheek. Do you do that when you greet your family members?
No, I'll just go like that.
Really?
I don't fucking know you.
It's always been a thing in my family that you have to go up to every single person and, like, kiss them on the cheek.
If it's like my tias,
side
yeah,
cheek.
but if it's like my tia's cousin's fucking brother, whatever the fuck, I'm
Yeah.
like,
No, when I was out there with my mom or like my family, I had to go to every single person and say bye. Like, bye, 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 bye. Every single person. And, like, there were, like,
maybe I'm just whitewashed.
maybe.
Definitely am.
You like 2 episodes ago. Why do I have a Valley Girl accent right
No,
now?
literally.
No, but that's, like, a big thing. But you said we don't hug.
In my family,
Mhm.
like, we don't really like. I don't ever really hug my dad.
Mhm.
My sister doesn't like being hugged. I never fucking see my brother because you want to be across the fucking country for no reason. My mom, like, I'll hug her here and there, but we're not a very, like, affectionate family.
Yeah.
Like, my tias and stuff, yeah, I'll hug them because I go a long time without seeing them,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh my god, bye, Lili. Bye,
Yeah.
Lili. I'm
Yes.
like, but, like, my family, like, we're not affectionate like that.
Yeah.
And it's, like, kind of sad, honestly. That's why my sister
Yeah.
doesn't like hugging. And she'd always complain. She's like, you need to get off me. You're like a fucking moco. And I'm like,
this
damn.
is so maybe sad to say, but something about hugging, yeah, I agree, because
and I
feel
want
bad
to
when
be
I
like,
don't. I feel bad when I don't. When I just, like, wave to my family, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should hug them. Like, but my immediate family, like, we aren't like that, and sometimes even I know it's affecting now, like, my friendships, because not friendships, but, like, my friend at work, she kind of started, like, getting close to me to, like, hug, and I genuinely started backing up without, like, thinking about it. Like, I was just like, it was just like a reaction, and then I was like, damn, like, I really don't know
I
how
love
to.
hugging.
I just get overwhelmed.
Like, if you're my friend, like, I want to hug you. Like, I want to hold your hand. Like, I want to be, like, next to you. Like, that's cute to me. Like, I want to be physically
You,
affectionate.
Faye Webster, like, grabbing my arm, I was like, I'm
I
gonna have a
know.
fucking panic attack.
I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I was, like, touch starved growing up.
She's deprived, guys. No,
Ugh.
it, like, freaks me out, but I know
I
it
like
does
it.
have
I
to do
think
with,
it's
like,
sweet.
family. Like, I don't want my friends to take it wrong when I, like, don't know what to do, but I just get
I
overload.
just like, yeah.
Like, I'll kiss you or something, but
I like playing footsie.
Yeah, me too.
any final ones?
The final one is also, I think, just a me thing. My siblings, we don't address our parents by saying mom or dad. We have to like be possessive about it for some reason. So if I'm talking to my sister and I'm like, oh my god, my mom, and then she'll be like, oh my god, my mom. And my friend one time was like, why the fuck do you guys do that? Like, it's just mom or dad. Like, you don't have to say my, like, I know it's your parents. I'm like, it's just my mom. My dad, my tia, my cousin.
I think like when in a joking way when we're like, oh, your mom, my sister does that. Yeah, your mom. We're all like, well, that's my mom too. Like, what the hell? But there was something along that I wanted to say, and we were talking about it off camera just now, and I forgot.
It's the shout out to my friend Sarah, because we were talking about this last night, and we were talking about how her family also does that, and we think it's because since we are the youngest, the oldest siblings have a different experience with our parents. So when they say,
we need to have a whole episode on that.
Oh, she's gonna eat me up.
Yes.
When they say my mom, it's because they're talking about a different version of your mom. That's what we're thinking of. But that's, I don't know.
No, I've been wanting to, and I keep forgetting to like bring it up, but I want to have a whole episode where we discuss like, I guess, the differences of like growing up, because you're the youngest and I'm the oldest, and just kind of like comparing that. Being
just don't come for me,
women.
please. I didn't do anything.
And we start fighting.
No, because like there's so much like discourse online, like fuck the youngest sibling. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I clearly didn't fucking ask to be here.
I was a mistake.
I really was.
Oh wait, shit. Yeah. No wait.
Yeah, you were planned.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're supposed to be here. I'm not.
Wow.
So if you were here by yourself, this would not exist.
Wow.
Yeah. So be grateful for me. Thank you.
I love the youngest. No, but I have been wanting to, because
maybe next week
we'll
have our own think pieces about it.
Yes. I think in general, like, we just have a lot to trauma dump about it, but we're trying to keep it light. We're trying to keep it pushing.
I was talking to my friend and I was being vulnerable, and they were like, I'll be sure to blackmail you. And I'm like, now I'm scared to overshare online, because that's knowing a lot about me.
Well, like, that's why I like censor some information, because I'm like, people don't need to know.
I know,
about
but like,
me.
I don't. After I post it, I don't fucking remember what I'm saying.
Oh my god. Well, like, my friends, they asked me like, oh, like, what are you doing today? And I said, oh, I'm gonna go record a podcast. And they were like, why have you never told us that you have a podcast? But I'm like, I was like, oh,
I don't like bringing it up.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I'm not. Hey guys, I have a podcast. And I was like, and I genuinely also sometimes forget. Like, I just. Yeah. Like, it's not sometimes.
Like, at first I was like, guys, guess what? I have a podcast.
Yeah.
But now it's like, no, I can't work that day because that's filming days. They're like, what are you filming? And I was like,
you don't want to know.
I was like, I have a podcast. And they're like,
dream guest on your podcast?
just kidding.
No, but I think that's some of the stuff that we have for you today. There's obviously like a lot more, and maybe we can do like another
part two when we think of like worse things.
Maybe we'll like progressively transition into like trauma or something. But I just think that's it for today on that. On our childhood, I guess. Experience.
Oh my God, I'm fucking knocking these.
Oh, it's because you're a star.
I'm a star.
Please, I'm a star.
You're so good. Okay, this sounds weird, but I feel like you'd have a really good horror scream.
I think I could do it.
I think you can.
I'll be screaming into pillows sometimes just to like ease the pain.
Wait, pause. Oh, what the?
Not like that, you fucking freak. I meant like in a really like emo
and then like really Mia Goth. What's like the hell? Mia Goth.
Maya.
It's Maya and Miguel.
Brothers and sisters and best friends as well.
Okay. Anyways,
guess what time it is?
Time to put the people on.
Yeah.
That's one thing that we forgot about, and then we picked back up.
Yeah. Today I just finished reading You'd Look Better as a Ghost, which is by Joanna Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
Very good book. It took me a while to get through just because, as you guys know, I am very delusional by nature. So my romance books are really easy for me to get through because I read them fast because I'm like, and then what? And then what? And next. Next.
Next.
So this one was like more of like a murder mystery, but like not like crazy. It wasn't
Yeah.
scary, but I was just like, damn, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah.
But it was good. So that's yeah. Now I'm gonna start reading Every Summer After by Carly Fortune, and I like said this to like a couple people. Why the
Yeah.
fuck are character names so ugly?
Oh.
Like, I know it's fake, but if your main character's name is fucking Persephone, rethink your
What?
fucking life. It's like a Greek god, but like
Oh.
no one names their fucking child Persephone.
Well, that was like on my exam today. Somebody whatever the question was, it was like Gemily. Who the hell is Gemily? I'm sorry that you have that name.
I don't know. It's just funny, but I'm like, I know I'm gonna be delusional reading this, but at least make it a little bit believable. Like, name her Maya or Miguel.
Oh my god.
Yeah, music wise,
Music wise.
Good Luck Babe by Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
Someone to Watch Over Me by Laura Figgy. I don't know.
Laura Jean.
Laura Jean. Love is a Losing Game by Amy Winehouse 1,400 million thousand times.
Yes.
Last night I was crying to Let You Break My Heart Again by Leve. And
That's real, guys.
Easier Said Than Done by The Sacred Souls.
Wow. Said it's easier said than done. Guys, I've literally just been listening to Doja Cat.
Doja Cat.
Doja Cat. I don't know what it is, but I've really been listening to her Scarlet album.
I like every time I see the album cover when you're listening to it,
Mhm.
it's like I think of George Washington hair, and then I think of like pubes.
Oh wow. Doja Cat, that's what she sees. And I've been listening to Jungle,
Always.
the Volcano album. Still, I don't know why those two albums have just been like, well, because look, Scarlet makes me feel like calm, like the deluxe version of it.
Calm.
Yeah, like I don't know how to like explain it, just kind of like a lock-in vibe. And then Jungle, specifically the song Problems on there, like just makes me like feel happy. So instead of crying, listen to the song Problems and you'll probably feel good.
And you'll probably
Feel good.
yeah, I just realized I need to stop listening to sad ass music because oh my god, guess what? It does affect my mood. 3 songs that I have that are like my fuck you songs. It's
Yeah.
like fuck the world. I'm
Right.
so Rush Hour and Clubhouse by Mac Miller and also Feel by Kendrick Lamar. Those are my fuck you songs.
Wow.
So when I'm trying to feel like a baddie.
Feel.
Yeah.
And I think that concludes today's episode.
Yeah, bye.
Also, let me put you on to not drinking coffee when you're anxious because that's exactly what I've been doing. And I damn near had a heart attack yesterday. And yeah, it was just not a good time. So don't drink coffee if you're anxious. Don't have
Yeah.
anything with caffeine. But anyway.
And don't trust your feelings after 10 p.m.
Don't try to get it together past that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode. It's chaotic. We're chaotic. We're irritating. Like, hello.
We're irritated. Every time we say thank you for watching this week's episode, I want to say it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
What the hell is that?
Rhett and Link.
Oh. There was like a... Let me pull it up real quick. Before we go, let me see if I can pull up.
Before I Go by Billie Eilish.
Take me
To the rooftop.
No, I can't find it. It was like one of those like memes,
Mimi.
meme vibes, but just forget it, guys.
Just forget it. You're
Live,
never gonna
laugh,
fucking
love.
see it and never again.
But thank you guys so much. Make sure to follow us on 2.cents pod and follow us on TikTok 2 cents pod.
No, I still haven't made my fucking book talk account. I'm nervous, okay?
guys, you
I'm
shy.
shy.
Yeah, thank you guys. Live, laugh, love. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much, Timothy, for not being pregnant.
Because he would be the one to get pregnant, not
Exactly.
He's a seahorse.
Bye.
Bye.